Sweet. What up, y'all? What up, y'all?
Well, it's good, yo. Happy Thursday. Got the Boxem office hours going for you guys. Excited to see you guys again today. Let us know what questions you guys got. All that kind of stuff. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you check out a free trial of Boxem as well. It is a free or not free. You can try a free trial. Yeah. It's the best way to make shipments, track your analytics, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can try it for 2 weeks free today. If you guys have any questions about Boxem, about selling on Amazon, let us know. Keep it rolling for probably 30 minutes or so today. And yeah, we're able to you completely fled Florida. just pretty windy down here. Hopefully, if any of you guys were a lot more directly affected, hopefully you're doing okay.
Yeah, so cool story too. So I'm currently in the warehouse of one of Warner's and I's students from back in the day who started up a prep center basically and just happens to live near where I'm from in Pennsylvania pretty much. So yeah, you do not just be an Amazon seller. Be thinking about other types of stuff too, right? Software or building a service-based business or starting a prep center and stuff too. Like don't be a one-trick pony. That's like a big thing I've learned as well.
Yeah, I just dropped today I dropped a video on selling on Walmart. So I've been getting a bunch of questions about it. There's not really very many good videos out there. There's a couple that are useful, but I put together, I would say the best Walmart video out there right now. So like you're saying, if you want to keep building those income streams and stuff, go check that one out.
Yeah. So like from what you've seen, like I've heard mixed things on whether or not there's ungating on there. I think it's for like some accounts.
So yeah, it's one of those things like open an account now so that you can be grandfathered into a lot of stuff. Some brands like no one can sell. So like Lego, I had to apply to sell basically, but there's very few gated brands. You open a case with Walmart basically. It's kind of weird. There's not a very good like formal system for it right now. Like it's kind of Wild West. Like there's a lot more like kind of random stuff you'll jump into.
Selling
blasting.
Oh yeah, well, I was clicking.
Yeah. But yeah. It's good to check out, especially if you guys are already doing 5, 10, 20K a month on Amazon. Might as well toss some stuff on Walmart too.
Yeah, if you're doing FBM, like you have, like just look up the items. Like literally, like Warner and I could low-key like even do product research pretty easily on there too. Seems like a good backup.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you got FBM inventory, why not cross-list it? You know what I mean? And the cool thing is, it's like, okay, how do you tell demand? There's not really great ways to do that, but look at the Amazon listing. If something's pumping on Amazon and you can see it's profitable on Walmart, it has reviews, right? Yeah, Deke's coming to dinner. Yeah, Deke, you better be coming to the spot, man, in like an hour and a half. It'll be good. Yeah.
So let us know what questions you guys got. Good vibes so far. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Ali?
Prime Day here.
Matt? Yeah, there's a lot of the Prime Day sales are still ripping today, which is kind of surprising. Like Amazon's Prime Day is over, but there's still a lot of good website sales going on.
They always do that. Yeah, they always do that for sure.
It's kind of insane that Amazon can say, "Hey, we're running a sale," and then everybody else has no choice but to copy. Like that's the influence they have, which is just good for us. It means we're selling on the right platform.
Any pointers on selling Lego? Haven't found much profit even with discounts and whatnot. Yeah, so Lego specifically, Amazon carries a ton of it themselves. So it's typically a lot harder to be profitable, except doing like Amazon to Amazon flips during Q4 basically, which are a little bit more risky and everything on that. So pretty much the ways people mainly make money with Lego are 3 different ways from what I've seen. Secret clearance, which I think is in August and January at Walmart, right? Buy and hold, which is basically waiting for the Legos to go through their cycle of existence pretty much. And then, or just like Amazon to Amazon flips during Q4, which personally I think is a little bit kind of not enough upside for the potential risk you take of just like Amazon staying in stock. Basically, it's kind of the way I think about it personally.
Yeah, the real way to do it is buy something, hold it for a year or two. It's exactly. Like it's a slow ROI thing. There's no reason to be messing with that kind of stuff if you're not like if you 95% of you guys should be capital limited, not product limited, and then in that case it makes no sense to lock up your money for that long. If you got 5 or 10 grand that you just want to do something more fun with, it's probably gonna have a good ROI. Like then yeah, go for it.
Yep. So I bought Boxem and the roadmap. Where's the best tutorials for Boxem right now? Yeah. So there's a couple different ways. So Warner and I have full tutorials, and there's the help center on the Boxem website as well that has like a ton of really good stuff for you guys too. If you just Google like Boxem help center, for example, you'll see it on there too, man. So the biggest way is just going to be jumping into the application, right? Rocking and rolling around, watching step-by-step one of Warner and I's tutorial videos on that, and then referencing the help center if needed. Obviously, we're here to answer any specific questions on Boxem office hours and our other content we do too. As well, here we go.
Yeah. It should be fairly straightforward though. Like when you're going through a ship, maybe like nice 1, 2, 3, 4 step process up at the top.
Oh yeah, and you'll see that too once you watch a tutorial on it as well. Where can I go on Boxem to make labels print instead of download? Yeah, get Boxem print right there. All their tutorials on YouTube. Yes, yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah, Greg, go to your settings and turn on Boxem print. That way it'll automatically print. And then there's also let me pull it up here so I can show you guys what I'm talking about real quick. But you can also have it auto print, which is something that we got a lot of people asking about. So it's one of the lots of things we've been able to throw in based on what people are asking for. Let me pop this up here real quick. Yeah, so you see right here where it says auto print SKU. So make sure you got your Boxem print enabled just in your settings, and then you can make it auto print whenever you want, basically. It's like if you want it to print when there's, when you quantity update, when you add it to a box, that kind of stuff. I like doing it here because then you only have to touch every item once. You list all your stuff, you put it on the ground, that kind of thing, whatever it is. Because a lot of you guys are probably used to picking up an item, labeling it, putting it back down, continuing on doing box contents, then putting in a box. Just list it all, and then with this, you just say, "Hey, I'm putting 10 of these in a box." Prints out your FNSKU label, pick it up, label it, down to the box, done. Right, so it saves you a touch on every item.
Made my largest OA order to date at 900, way out of my comfort zone, but understand it's necessary to grow. Well, your comfort zone is a fabric of your imagination, right? And there have been, people who have done bigger things, and you'll continue to grow too. And, saying comfort zone gives it power. You don't need to give it basically.
You've been in the game long. Like there's no, you know it works. Like the only thing is holding the business back is you at this point, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you guys post videos when there's an update or a new feature on Boxem? You'll be emailed about it. Anything major, we'll have new videos on it too, and the Boxem YouTube as well. I think you're overthinking it a little bit, man. You just gotta get going with it and everything, and it'll be nice and easy. And obviously, anything specific you run into, we would want nothing more than to help you get it. Yeah, comfort zone's relative, exactly. Like there's people with massive problems every day. You know what I mean? And we get to sit here and make money online, and I'm sure they'd say like our comfort zones are crazy or that are very, illogical, basically, to be uncomfortable with something. Yeah, you got the shit, man.
So Jonathan was asking a good question. Tips for beginners: take advantage of Q4. Started learning a couple days ago. Basically nothing. Yeah, I mean you're starting at a good time, Jonathan. You're starting at like the easy mode part of the year. But yeah, try to. I mean, it's just reps at the early stages, right? So you're talking about struggling to make products profitable. Today's a great day to be sourcing because there's so many sales going on. Just kind of poke around to some of the major websites that you see us sourcing on YouTube. A lot of the biggest retailers just in general. See who has some sales that seem like they're some of the best. Got a really good coupon going on, that kind of thing. And then just see what go to the Amazon listings of the people who are selling that and kind of compare that back. It's just like simple reverse sourcing basically. But yeah, like test stuff as fast as possible. List some stuff FBM too, so that you can immediately see how fast stuff starts to sell.
Not basing my buys on sales per month, but basing it on offer count. My stuff is selling so much faster. Yes, that is exactly, nice. And that's is insanely like not what you would think would be the way to do it. But yeah, where that basically comes in, guys, is the way why we like offer count movement on Keepa better than sales rank and estimated sales, for example, is because sales rank and estimated sales are not variation specific. Meanwhile, the Keepa chart, the bottom chart, or the whole thing, it based on offer count movement is variation specific, right there. So yeah, basically, so yeah, look at the offer count movement specifically. Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
There's a lot of profit missed by people who are like, oh, there's 30 sellers on this listing. I can't sell this. I can't compete. When there's only like 3 or 4 sellers that are consistently competitive, and everybody else is just more expensive or their shipping templates messed up. Like, yeah, I don't even look at number of sellers anymore. It's more like trend of sellers.
Yep. Completely agree. All right, I'm gonna pull up an example here. Just give me one sec.
Cool. What is Boxem? Yeah, Sasha. So it is our software that is the fastest way to create FBA shipments, especially compared to the Seller Central flow. It's faster than any other software that makes shipments. It also tracks your profit, lets you list FBM items. You can track like shipments on the way to Amazon, see what's missing stuff. Basically, just like a lot of the back end tasks for your business. Saves you a bunch of time on the listing process, so you can spend more time sourcing, spend time with the fam, that kind of thing.
Boom, here we go. Okay, you want to zap me up here?
Yeah.
So check this out. Okay, am I on here? Boom. Okay, here we go. So this listing has a 700K rank and has 50 estimated sales per month. But if we take a look here, this listing currently has no variations. So there's no other colors and sizes. And the offer count trend is phenomenal. And the price trend is phenomenal as well. Right. And we can see there's nice up and down movement on here. Meanwhile, this listing has a 22K rank for the whole listing. There's lots of variations and 1,500 sales per month, but that's across all the variations. And we can see this is nice and blocky or not nice and blocky. This is bad and blocky and doesn't sell much. This does sell, just not much. So many sellers would think that this listing sells much better than this listing, but that's purely based on sales rank and not based on the actual variation specific data right here. So yeah, this guy sells much better than this guy, for example, and that comes down to offer count movement and basically just trend, and that we can see people are not lowering their price on this item, right? And we can see people have gone down on their price month over month on this one, and there's very blocky offer count movement. Meanwhile, this listing moves nice and easy here.
Yeah. You can also show the monthly sold on SellerAmp. Go to the charts. Do you look at that very often?
I don't mind that data. I do think typically when I kind of bring it up, it's talking to more beginners, basically, where like you kind of, like, for example, this guy doesn't have it, right?
Right, because it's always at zero. Like it's exactly what you're saying, right? Is that item sells way faster because there's a lot of movement. The middle chart shows some sales, some monthly sold. The last one didn't have any.
Yep. And the interesting thing though is either way here, this would still totally be moving looking at that offer count movement. But yeah, I do like that specifically on time, the middle chart there. Completely agree.
Just keep in mind that if you guys are looking at that, it will not show up if it sells less than 50 times. If it's like 45 times a month, you'd still probably want to sell that, but it just wouldn't show the data there.
Yeah, and you build that muscle over time too. And that, like, for example, neither of those products were like a life-changing product, for example, but like the first one you probably pass on, it's not selling quick enough, right? But the second one, the one that had an 800K rank that would throw a ton of people off, was selling as well.
Yep. Start with 0 to, yeah, exactly, Mike. Yeah, you got that, Omar. You got it. That'll help a lot with buy box share during Q4. Some items are tough to sell if they only have tough to tell if they only have a listing on Amazon. Do you recommend cross-checking from Amazon listing? Not sure what you mean, but yeah, just like search the title or ASIN or yeah, if it has multiple listings, that can be good too. Yeah, because then you could sell on both as long as it's the right product on both of them. Your offer count to be less blocky. Yeah, just see like if a lot of people are like jumping up and off up the listing, down the new seller count, all that kind of stuff, right? You just want to see movement. Because yeah, if you see it's not changing super often, like it would be more blocky, it's a little bit slower probably. You have a catch-all. Would you guys recommend unlimited phone numbers too? Yeah, that's a good thing to do. I think Google Voice is the easiest way to do it these days.
Text
yeah,
now,
if you were
Google
trying
Voice.
to text now, Google Voice, yeah. Yeah, you can make that's a good question, Omar. So like for those of you guys who don't have like a catch-all or one of those, basically just like an email that can redirect to the same email. So when you see like, sign up for 15% off, you can just put the same email address in every time basically, and then you always get an email to you. You can look up like catch-all email tutorial on YouTube. Does Boxem work for FBM? Yep. You can select like what shipping template it's on, address, that way you have all the profit and stuff stored.
Is it bad to grab a winning product but not price it? You already do that one, Warner? But not.
No, you got it.
Yeah. I mean, it's unintelligent from like a financial capitalistic gains perspective. It's not necessarily bad, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Every day you don't list it, you risk something happening, right? More sellers hop on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Something goes weird with the listing, the brand. Like, yeah, no reason to let a lot of resellers would call it like their death pile. Like, don't let the death pile of inventory grow. You gotta make sure it gets shipped out. That's where That's where Boxem comes in. Makes that step a lot easier. I saw an item on Walmart. It was difficult to tell which Amazon listing it was. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, like when you're looking at those products, just ask yourself, like, based on what I'm seeing at my source and what I'm seeing on Amazon, would I be happy receiving this item? If so, like personally, then yeah, pull the trigger. Like a lot of times you'll see like, oh, it's a new packaging or something like that. Like I saw like somebody was sending me something the other day. It was like new like K-cup branding or whatever, but it was still like the same exact roast. It was decaf, all that kind of stuff, right? And yeah, you can definitely sell those.
Good day, guys. Could you please explain products ungating and FBA shipping one more time? You're responsibly appreciated. Yep. So Amazon wants you to avoid selling fake products, or they want to avoid anyone selling fake products on their platform. So they make you prove that a lot of big brands are legit. That's nice and easy to do. Just using one of Warner and I's tutorials. There's also tons of small brands that'll let you sell them automatically from the get-go. If you check the YouTube video I posted yesterday, you'll see how that works and see a bunch of examples of them. There's also a link in the description to the big list of auto engates. FBA shipping is pretty straightforward. You just kind of got to watch a YouTube video on how it works. You basically just print out labels, put the labels on the product, put the shipping labels on the box, put the products in the box, and ship it off basically. But you'll see exactly how to do that on a YouTube video. But it's the kind of thing where like it might be confusing the first time you do it, which is very reasonable. And then the fifth time you do it, it's nice and easy. And that's therefore you need to optimize to get to that fifth one as easy as possible, basically. Online arbitrage is legal because all big brands write in their policy that reselling their products is not permissible. Not all big brands write that. And yeah, I mean, if you want to go off like their policies that, you know, this is not going to be for you, basically. Yeah. So and there's nothing necessarily illegal about it unless they like send you like actual stuff with that. But being that a good bit of the Amazon market is OA people, and that's hundreds of billions of dollars, the overall market size. Truth be told, that's, you know, like, people are allowed to do this stuff.
It is not illegal. It is not illegal because of first sale doctrine is the is the actual like legal defense for it. But yeah, if you're like listening to what websites are telling you and like that kind of stuff, then yeah, that's not this making money on Amazon is about finding loopholes and especially on the online arbitrage side of things, you know, stacking coupons, doing stuff that their loss prevention department does not like because it's putting profit in your pocket. That's what it's about. I'm checking some products for an IP complaint on Keepo. Only saw one odd drop off of sellers a long time ago. Is it safe to sell? Yeah, it could be. And then also look at as many other products in that brand as well. Sometimes you'll see like they complain on like 95% of the listings. Probably wouldn't do that if it's like one random listing. Yeah, probably. You know, it's one of those things. Just make sure the profit is worth it, basically.
Hi, any sourcing advice for Canadian sellers? It's kind of hard to find wholesalers here. I will guarantee you will find lots of wholesalers if you cold call 50 people a day off Google. Guarantee it. Yes. Therefore, it's
start locally.
Yeah. Therefore, like, it's not hard. You just haven't done the work. Luckily, if you do the work, you'll pay down the ignorance debt and start to get better, knowing what to say, knowing how to find them better. You'll learn more, right?
Yep.
It'll be pretty good right there, right?
Yeah, you need to have a couple conversations where you sound like an idiot, and I probably haven't had a couple of those conversations yet. Yeah, that's just part of it. Yeah, so like yeah. For any of you guys trying to get into wholesale, like literally just start with your local wholesalers, where you could go drive to them and pick up a pallet. Like worst case, if you're trying to work with super local, right? That way shipping's super cheap, that kind of stuff. I think with wholesale, there's a big misconception that you got to like call the biggest wholesaler in the world, but a lot of times they have extra expenses that, you know, the local mom and pop wholesaler down the street doesn't have to factor into their pricing. So yeah, just call as many local companies as you can. Yeah, that's not really an issue, Abdullah. You're good, man. There's been stuff like that for years.
Yes, it was way more of an issue 2 back to schools ago, I believe, and everything. But typically, from kind of our experience, someone else on the listing just deals with it, to be honest, which isn't always the case, but in many cases it is right there. Yeah, so we can see. So we're just getting out of Prime Day, guys. So the next big like kind of holiday essentially will be Halloween, and then the week after that will be early Black Friday sales, and then 2 weeks after that will be Black Friday sales, right? And then Cyber Monday a couple days after that, and then basically just big into the Q4 rush in terms of just like pumping a bunch of FBM products right there. So it's gonna be nice and easy right there. Yeah, and we're here to help too. Like whatever questions y'all got, like we would love to help assist you guys get rocking and rolling here. We did a good Prime Day live sourcing marathon that's up on my channel. If you go to the live tab, I'm gonna repost it as a normal video too. As well, today is also SellerAmp's 5th birthday too. So today is the
Yeah.
yep. Right there.
I think I saw that it was technically I think you had a Marahan up on your YouTube channel, by the way. I was checking earlier.
What's that?
you left the T out. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, God.
Gotta fix the typo on the re-upload there.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's how you know it's sauce, though. If there's a typo in the title,
wait, which
probably
video?
sauce. Your live stream. It doesn't matter though. Yeah.
Boxem office hours. Let's see.
Your last one. I'm just messing with you though.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh man. Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
100% right, dude. Yeah. Let me fix that. 100% right.
Legally resell anything you own. Yeah, exactly, Damien. Yeah. It's not illegal, anything like that. Like if if you were the brand owner and you saw your products on Amazon and you wanted to kick people off the listing, you're more than that's part of the game, right? That's why we look and make sure that the brands aren't selling. There's not one seller on all the listings, that kind of stuff. Luckily, there's thousands of brands where they just don't care about their Amazon presence right now. So that's where you can come in and make a bunch of money selling those. Yeah, they're just trying to scare you off the listing. But yeah, like those fake letters and stuff you'll get. Like I've had like through buyer messages, that kind of stuff. It's turned into one IP out of like hundreds that I've had.
If a listing has multiple variations that are FBM friendly, but one variation specifically doesn't have much FBM offers, because I still FBM that product and be okay? So most likely no. But statistically maybe, right? You're more than welcome to try and everything. Take a look at why that, or not necessarily why, but take a look if there's just no one that's FBM that's ever even tried, right? And then also peep the delivery dates of the other sellers on listing too, and see if you can compete with them delivery date wise, which in many cases there's typically lots of FBA people that are back ordered on stuff, so you totally might be able to right there. But yeah, so like Omar, more often than not, probably not in that scenario, but why not try and then just FBA it if it doesn't,
Yeah, just check buy box stats. See, it's easier to find products when starting retail arbitrage than online arbitrage. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. Like books, retail arbitrage, anything that's like a lot of legwork involved in finding products, it's going to be easier because people aren't willing to do that work. There's a lot more people willing to load up their laptop and watch something, listen to something while they're sourcing online. So that's why it's a little bit harder to source that way. So if you're just trying to get the ball rolling, like you'll probably make more money the first month or so just hitting local retail stores. After that, use a lot of that knowledge, keep practicing the OA skills, that kind of stuff, and it just obviously scales way better to be able to buy stuff from home. Learning which websites you can stack certain sales with, buy 100 units versus the 5 or 6 that's on the shelf, that kind of thing.
New subscriber here, ready for this journey. What do you recommend if I don't have time for retail arbitrage but have time on the computer source? What should I start doing? Sourcing on the computer, man. Yeah, sourcing on the computer, man, for sure. Yeah, can I have a link to the yesterday video of the small brand? Yeah, if you just go on my channel, just Filter Miles, you'll see it on there. It was posted yesterday.
Yep. How do you handle cease and desist? Yeah, not legal advice. Usually they are. Usually I ignore them.
Yeah, but you'll need to check, like, if it shows in your account health every single time, it will most likely be something that you very, very well need to deal with. And you also need to check if other people are getting kicked off those listings. I actually did see, like, there's been some things, like, especially back in the day, but Amazon understands these things. Like, there's a reason this business model exists and everything, right? So it's just on you to do your due diligence in respect to whether or not people have been making money on that product for a while on that. Unfortunately, there are tons of like scare tactics competitors will use on that stuff, which can be very jarring. Completely get that.
A lot of those letters are fake from your competitors and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
The big thing is having a presence in the community and just knowing other people that are doing this is going to make your life a lot easier in respect to getting that stuff solved easily. Yeah.
No, I have a Twitter thread that might help you, Damien, but I haven't made a video on that yet. It can be kind of tricky. I wouldn't say it was super worth the effort when I've gone through it before.
I tried with a few. Oh, my bad. I tried with a few wholesalers last week. Most of them rejected my sign up. A few, man. Yeah. Imagine if you only looked at a few online arbitrage items, you would find nothing. Imagine if you only talked to a few women, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and everything. Like, imagine like you were walking around school and you just randomly asked like 3 girls on a date that didn't know you at all. There's a good chance none of them are going to say yes,
Yeah. Yeah,
very
like figure out why they told you no. Figure out how you can address the fear they had next time when you call, future suppliers. You're talking about they only work with brick and mortar businesses. All right, how do you get a partnership with a brick and mortar business? How do you talk to other suppliers who have different objections? Last time we talked to an Amazon seller, they placed a PO and they didn't pay. All right, we'll pay in advance. What can we do? We want this product. You just address the fears they have, right? Sometimes they just won't sell to you. They're not accepting. That's fine. Follow up with them every,
yeah.
3 months, 6 months, whatever it takes. And
Yeah, you just gotta overcompensate with extraordinary volume. That's the key, right? With all the stuff is you have to do enough where it would not make sense for it to not work. For example, if I wanted to be a terrible Amazon seller, I would do it for a month. I would never talk to anyone else that did it. And I would never look for any unique edges, right? I would never FBM. I would never do retail arbitrage, right? And if you want to you want to be a great Amazon seller, you should do it for a while. You should find other people that are doing it. You should ask all the questions, right? You should also research stuff on your own. You should look for every unique edge. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like if you just think about what you would do if your goal was for it to not work and you do the opposite of it, it gets a lot easier to get done what you want to get done.
Sweet. Should you get ungated for every category? I mean, category ungates are fairly easy. Like it doesn't hurt. Just as you're finding profitable stuff, just submit that for your invoicing. So if you never sourced grocery stuff before and you end up finding a lead, then make sure you buy 10 and submit that. That's all it'll really take there. Yeah. But yeah, I think like a lot of beginners, they'll end up like spamming a bunch of ungates, and like ungating stuff feels like progress, but sourcing stuff and talking to more people who are going to help you source more stuff. Those are the two primary tasks that actually grow your business. The rest is just kind of maintaining.
What's the downside to wholesale? I'm sure there's some cons. Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. So in respect to OA, right? The difference between OA and wholesale is wholesale has way worse lead times, typically lower profit margins, higher minimum order quantities, right? And it typically, like a beginner to online business typically isn't prepared to make a bunch of cold calls. Now, if you are, you'll make a lot of extra money, right? And then the big benefits of wholesale over OA, right, are that wholesale is way more delegatable. It's way more repeatable. It's way less reliant on little market inefficiencies. And you can scale it a lot further, basically.
Yeah, but we both know people who have scaled them to insane numbers. It's kind of just whatever your skill set likes doing. If you're good on the phone, that kind of stuff, you like building relationships, you'll love wholesale. If you want to find the loopholes and build out systems that way, then OA is fun for you. Is wholesale better than private? So that none of the business models are like objectively better, right? There's people who are absolutely crushing it in every single business model, even outside of Amazon. It's just whatever you can see yourself sticking with, and anything that you can see yourself sticking with for a long time that you see at least a couple other people making money on. That's going to be what makes the most sense for you. Because somebody might say that private label is way better than wholesale, but if you hate running a private label business and you love wholesale, then yeah, you're gonna go way further with wholesale.
100% agreed. Yep. Cool. So yeah, keep the questions coming, y'all. Whatever help you guys need, we would love to put you guys on to the boys. Oh, what up, J-Matt? J-Matt on the roadmap call the other day. That was you, J-Matt. Yeah, it was cool. Vibes. What's up? Yeah, dude, Omar, you and who is it in here that you should get to know who asked a really good question too? Let's see here.
Yeah, Omar, any website you can buy groceries, like Target, Vita Cost, higher.
Yeah, Target's for that. Yeah, Target's really, you can just use like the Yogi Tea brand. There's a lot of good grocery RA at like Ollie's and Grocery Outlet, for example, are very, very good for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. How do you keep with credit card interest? Your stuff? You should not be buying stuff that.
Don't. Yeah, no, that's a idea. Yeah.
Yeah, you should not be buying stuff that you can't afford. Mr. Money Printer. I like the name, but yeah, don't over leverage.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the only people who have found success over leveraging have been selling on Amazon for at least 12 to 18 months, and they're crushing it. They know exactly what they're going to buy. They know that as soon as they buy it, they're going to get their money back within a month. Like they know exactly what's happening. So don't spend money you don't have.
Yeah, and the nice thing is there's ways to sell on Amazon literally for free. Like I've gotten so many books for free that I sold when I was new, which helped me learn in a really, really, and essentially like a quite literally essentially zero risk manner. Just posting like a free, I'm gonna make a video on how to get started with that. But yeah, like a free book flyer from 2019 back in the day. Like every single person in here could get free inventory tomorrow if you posted a free book flyer on your Snapchat, but you're worried about what your friends from high school will think, so you won't. And all the money is reserved for the people.
No, I did the same thing. Yeah, my friends were spreading the word that I'd be posted up buying textbooks. I'd be like, yo, put this on your story, man. I'm trying to hustle here. They're like, all right, sure, yeah. And if the friends you're hanging out with aren't willing to support the mission, then they're probably not your long-term homies anyway.
Yeah. I've networked with like 5 people just from these lives. That's what I'm saying, bro. Omar don't even got a profile picture yet.
Unless maybe that's actually what he looks like. He could just be Stewie.
I can't even. Yeah, that's a good question, Omar. So the Puma website, for whatever reason, doesn't work on my Google Chrome and really hasn't ever. So I just use Safari for it.
I always have to like clear my cookies. Like if you clear your cookies for the day, it'll work. Is what I've noticed, which is just weird.
That literally hasn't worked when I've done it.
Yeah. Right? I've noticed the same for a lot of people too. Their website's just broken, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Online. Yeah, you ship it to the crib. Yeah, when you source online, you ship it to you and then ship it to the warehouse specifically.
Yeah. So we've been getting some questions about Boxem and stuff, and this is good for you too, Chris, right? So yeah, you'll just buy anything you're looking to sell, and we can just like kind of quickly walk through, right? So you just make your shipment on Boxem here. Let's just list like an auto and gate brand here. We'll just kind of run through it super quick so you guys can see how it works, right? So you punch in your buy cost. So Boxem has like a cost stored, all that good stuff. Say we're buying it today. It's going to automatically make a nice little SKU down there. Let's go ahead and add that right there. And yeah, it just kind of makes it way simpler, right? So all the other products you're buying, shipping to your house, Chris, you're going to just do the same thing. Go ahead and continue on there. It's basically going to say, hey, Amazon, we got 10 of these. Where do you want us to send them to? In this case, it says, hey, we want those in California. So that sounds good. This is where I'll usually like print out the barcode labels too. I was kind of talking about that earlier, right? So we'll just make a quick box here. Got 10, we got 1 box. Say 10 of those probably gonna be something like that. So we can print those labels right there. You can hear it auto printed my shipping label down there. And then you just print out these FNSKU labels, slap them on the bag, throw them in that box, make sure it's all measured up, all that kind of stuff, and continue on. And then the last step, you just go ahead and buy your UPS label. This is basically just finalizing the shipment with Amazon. And since we have those 2D barcodes on Boxem, that step is super fast, and it'll help you get slightly faster check-in times. You can see you get those nice partner rates. So we're paying about 60 cents a pound to ship there, accept, and then just print out that UPS label. I'm obviously doing a demo here, so I won't cost myself $6, but yeah, you just kind of dive into that there. And yeah, so for any of the rest of you guys who had Boxem questions, if you want to test all that out, it's kind of during the Boxem office hours here. Let us know if you have any questions while we're starting to get wrapped up here. And then I'll also put a link if you guys want to try Boxem for free. It'll save you a bunch of time on your listing. Yeah, it's fast. I haven't checked it out since back at this. Yeah, exactly, Justin. So it's about twice. It's about 2.5 times faster than any other listing process I was able to do, and it's about 4 or 5 times faster than listing through Seller Central. From some initial testing. So yeah, if you like the value of your time, it's a good thing to check out.
Yep. And you try it out free too, Boxem.com. Checkbox to require OTP. Yeah, I saw that they took that away. So yeah, that's been the same thing for me and pretty much everyone from I've seen. I don't think there's a way to change it back specifically here.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't noticed that. I guess I'll.
Oh, it hasn't been doing that for you, really? It's been totally doing that for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have been getting more. My admin VA has been asking me for more OTPs recently, so I guess that's probably why.
Is FBM easy enough to learn when you were starting out? First of all, it doesn't have to be easy to learn it. Second of all, you're an adult male. You're the most capable creature, right? As is anything. So yeah, it doesn't have to be easy, but yeah, of course, if other people can do it, you can too. Rather than Seller Central. If you want to save time, Chris, yeah, exactly. Right. So if there's other guys and gals doing something, you can do it too. It doesn't have to be easy, but it'll be easy the 10th time you do it,
Yep. Information on finding shipping options in Canada. Yeah, FBM in Canada is not really viable, unfortunately. You kind of only have to do FBA in Canada because I think the postage rates are like subsidized here is why it is so much better.
If everything that's FBA friendly is also FBM friendly, it's the exact opposite. That is not true whatsoever. Everything that's FBM friendly is FBA friendly for the most part, but not everything that can be FBA'd can be FBM, just because the Amazon wants to give FBA the buy box, right? The best time to send stuff in FBA is either when it hasn't sold FBM or when it's selling crazy quick FBM and you want some FBA stock on the back end of your test order too. So typically that's going to be something that makes sense, for most of you guys in here that are doing only FBM, probably January or so. But if you're already doing some FBA, there's naturally some listings that can't be FBM'd, or at least statistically, you're going to have a very hard time of doing it, just looking at like what fulfillment types other people are doing on those listings. So it makes sense to FBA something if it's doing well FBM, if you want to buy a ton of it and have some available on the back end. Or you can sell FBM and FBA at the same listing at the same time. It's a very, very good tip. And typically you can price FBA higher.
Yep. Starting out online source, focus on larger brands first. Just find anything that you can apply to Ungate and anything that sells well. Start with go look at any of like the recent sourcing videos on our channels where we've been looking at stuff that you guys can sell as well, and just kind of go off that. You'll kind of see the process, see how to find more of that kind of thing, right? Just kind of like it's all about finding like similar opportunity to what you know is working.
Yeah. Packaging, either boxes from Walmart or poly mailers from Amazon. Yeah.
Struggling with ungates. Just take a picture of the item. Attach the tracking information. Just literally anything that's related to that order that Amazon can see that you're legit. You're not buying some fake stuff. Will help you out there. Yep.
Cool. All right, sweet guys. Appreciate y'all tapping in for another Boxem office hours. It's crazy. The time like really does fly in perspective. We're already on the third one already.
Absolutely.
We're wrapping up the third one. But yeah, if you guys want to try Boxem completely free, you can do so on our website, boxem.com. It's also a full tutorials we have on YouTube too, as well, boxem.com/join. And any questions you guys got, you let us know. We love helping you grow your businesses. Check out the YouTube videos we've been posting lately too. Bunch of deals going on. And it's the best time of the year, get rock and roll with the stuff. So any questions y'all got, you let us know. Let's get after it, y'all.
Absolutely. Let's make it an awesome Q4. Good vibes today. And